Well, this is a treat. There is something amazing about being surrounded by kids who gets excited about flashing lights, beating high scores and earning tickets to spend on cool toys. It's amazing, right? You might have understood where I'm standing, right? This feels so great. Hey, look at those racing cars. The sound of the revving engine, the rolling wheels and also the lights on the cars. This makes me really excited. The lives of the car racers must be challenging, right? Well, with their cars, they can work out on all sorts of scenarios like going up the wall and also having a crash. Well, they are superheroes. I always wonder, how are these games created? How do they work and what is the technique behind it? I think it might be coding. Yes dear, you heard me correct. It's coding. And I know a platform using which we can make amazing racing games and also animations for it. It's none other than code.org. And let's also use a sub-platform called the Sprite Lab. So without any delay, let's use this platform and create amazing car racing games and also animations. We got the platform window on the screen. To initiate any project in the Sprite Lab, we first need to create a project in the Sprite Lab. For that, click on the Create option which we can see on the top right side of the screen. We can see a few options in the menu. From it, select the Sprite Lab option. So a Sprite Lab interface is loading. Yes, we can see the workspace block palette and the output window with our default sprite on the left side of the interface. Our next mission is to name the project. Did you spot a rename option on the top left side? Click on it. We got a text box. Click and select the untitled project text and delete it by clicking the delete key on our keyboard. We can give a new name to our project. Let's type in Racing Rules. Click on the Save option which is next to the text box. And it is saved. Setting a background is really important as it gives an aesthetic look to our game and also to our animation. So without any delay, let's set an aesthetic background for our animation or game. As we are dealing with vehicles, we know that vehicles can be categorized as land transport. Most of their movements take place on roads. Thus, we can set a road background. But before that, we can remove this Make New Sprite Add block which is in the workspace. We don't need this particular block at present. So drag the block and drop it in the block area to remove it. Next, to set the background, click on the World category and drag the Set Background to block and fix it below the When Run block. Click on the drop-down arrow in the Set Background to block. Oh, we got lots of backgrounds on the list. But there is no road background. It's okay dear, we can add it. Then click on the More option. It opened up a Backgrounds library window. Again, we got several backgrounds. Let's search for the road background. In the text box which we can see on the top, let's type road. Oh, we have a road background. But this is not the background we are looking for. We want to move our vehicles along the x-axis direction. We want the road to face in the east-west direction. Thus, this background won't suit our needs. Well, no worries dear, because we can easily add a suitable new backdrop to our project. First, let's close this window by clicking on the cross button which is on the top right end of the window. And it's gone. We did not get an app background in the Set Background to block. So click and drag the Set Background to block and remove it by dropping it in the block area. In order to add the new background, click on the Sprites category and take the Make New Sprite Add block and place it under the when run block. After that, click on the drop down arrow in Make New Sprite at block. Then click on the Costumes option. It opens to another window. On the top left side, we can see a new costume option. Click on it. What did you see? Yes, it opened up the costumes library window with plenty of images. Did I mention that? Apart from these images, we can even use images downloaded from the internet. Are you thinking how it is possible? Simply drag and drop the downloaded image in the costumes library window. It will automatically upload the image to our project in the Sprite Lab. So let's try it out. For now, we have downloaded image in our downloads. Let's see the downloaded image in our downloads. Well friend, you can download any suitable image from the internet you like. Thus, with the help of the mouse, select and then drag and drop the wrote image to the costumes library window. Okay, it's uploading. Hey dear, listen to this interesting fact. The earliest modern roads were built by two Scottish engineers, Thomas Telford and John Loudon McAdam. McAdam designed roads with harder surfaces using broken stones placed in symmetrical, tight patterns and covered with smaller stones. His design was called McAdam, and this design led to the bitumen-based binding called tar-macadam. One of the first tar roads was laid in Paris. Hooray! We got the road image. Click on the code option on the top left side to return to the workspace. Because we have to set this image as a background. To add it, click on the drop-down arrow in Make New Sprite at block and select the road image we just uploaded. Oh, just peek at the output window on the left side. We have the image there. But don't you think its size is very small? Let's enlarge it so that it fully fits in the output window. Click on the Sprites category and then get the Set Size to block and fix it below the Make New Sprite at block in the workspace. Click on the drop-down arrow and select the road image from the list. Next, the size is given as 50 in the block. We should change it. Click on 50, backspace it, and retap it as 700. Cool! Look at the output window. The image is fully stretched to fit the output window. The road looks empty without vehicles. A racing animation without any vehicles? No way! Let's introduce some majestic racing cars to our background. To begin with, click on the Sprites category and drag the Make New Sprite at block and drop it under the Set Size to block. Click on the drop-down arrow in the Make New Sprite at block and search for the vehicle. Oh, but did you find any? No, right? Just click on the Costumes option. We may find what we need. Now, click on the New Costume option on the top left side. Here we can see the Costumes library opened up. To make it easy, all sprites are grouped in different categories. We have a Vehicles category among the other groups. Click on it. Wow, look at those wonderful sprites. We have cars, bikes, ships, airplanes and a lot more. Just scroll down to find some racing cars. Here it is. Well, I think we can add 4 vehicles to the animation. So we can select one by one. By the way dear, you can select any vehicles you like. For now, we can select any 4 of them. Just click on the plus button you see in the center of each sprite to select them for the project. After that, click on the Done option on the bottom right corner of the window to confirm the selected sprites. To do the rest of the task, we have to go back to our workspace. For that, click on the Code option on the top left. Yes, we are now in our workspace. Click on the drop-down arrow in the Make New Sprite at block. We can see all the 4 vehicles we chose in the list. From it, select the blue car. We got the car in the output window. From having fun with friends in and out of school listening to music to our way back home, and also let our mind just wandering, we all are susceptible to distractions. And that is the reason why awareness on road safety is really important, so that the students can learn it in school and also practice it in real life. Road safety for children are the methods and precautions we put in place to teach children and students to ensure they behave safely around roads. Avoid being killed or injured. Some typical road users include pedestrians, cyclists, motorists, vehicle passengers, horse riders, and passengers on road public transport, mainly buses and trams. There are some minute changes to be made with the car. First of all, it's not placed on the road. Also, it looks outsized. Let's start by reducing the size of the car. Click on the Sprites category and take the Set Size to block and place it below the Make New Sprite at block in the workspace. The size of the blue car is to be changed. Therefore, click on the drop-down arrow and click to select the blue car. Next, click on 50. Backspace it and retype it as 60. All done. Oh, one more thing. It would be nice if we face the car in the left direction, because I was planning to move the car to the west direction. What do you say, dear? Cool, isn't it? Let's do it that way then. To do so, click on the Sprite category and drag the Face Right block to the workspace. Place it below the Set Size to block. Click on the drop-down arrow and choose the blue car by clicking on it. Next is to let the car face to the left. So click right and select left. Perfect. Don't we have to place the car on the road? How? I can tell you that. Do you see that yellow block attached to the Make New Sprite at block? This is the location block, which is used to set the locations of the sprite. The values in that yellow location block show the X and Y coordinate values of the car. So the current X and Y position values of the blue car are 200 and 200. There is a small icon in the location block. Click on it. Now move the mouse pointer to the output window. We can see the car is moving as we move the mouse pointer, isn't it? Yes, so drag the car and fix an appropriate position to the car on the road. This would be fine. Thus, the X position is 371 and the Y position value is 37. We can fix this position, so click on that particular place. Well done, dear. It might also be noted that though we set the car to this specific point, it is not mandatory that you should set the sprites to this position itself. You can set it to any X and Y positions that you like. We have just made changes to one car. There are 3 more remaining. We have to resize them and place them in suitable positions one by one. That was fun. We uploaded the background and also selected 4 majestic racing vehicles to our animation.